Best friends Becky and Hunter are adrenaline junkies, but Becky suffers a great loss when her husband Dan falls to his death while mountain climbing. A year later, Becky is a depressed alcoholic, and she distances herself from her father, James, because he suggested that Dan was not as good of a guy as Becky made him out to be. Hunter later invites her to climb a 2,000-foot-high TV tower. Becky is hesitant after Dan's death, but then changes her mind and decides not to live in fear. The girls make it to the top of the tower and spread Dan's ashes, but the ladder to climb down breaks off, leaving them stranded at the top. Becky and Hunter must combat dehydration and starvation while trying to reach out for help, but Hunter's phone breaks when they try to send a message for help, and rednecks who see them steal their truck rather than help. Hunter tearfully admits to have had an affair with Dan before he married Becky, which contributed to distancing herself after his death. Soon, Hunter climbs down and reaches their bag that landed on a communications dish. She manages to get the bag, and Becky tries to use their drone to send a message to their motel for help, but the drone is destroyed by a truck. Becky finally realizes that Hunter died after she fell from the harness and hit the communications dish below where she bled out. Becky only managed to pull the bag up and, delirious from the lack of food and water, had been hallucinating Hunter's presence on the tower with her for some time. After killing a vulture and eating it for sustenance, Becky makes one last attempt at survival by climbing down to Hunter's body and sending a message for help to James by stuffing her phone inside Hunter's stomach, then throwing the body off the tower. This works and James shows up with dozens of authorities and medics. Becky is rescued and reconciles with James.